Hi everyone, this is Esther Tracy, and I am a chocolate sommelier. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Okay, all right. Let me arrange my hair. This is Esther Tracy. I'm a food writer, a chocolate sommelier, and the founder of 37 Chocolates, which is a chocolate education company. So today we're Tuesday, and like every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm here with a chocolate review. I see Emel is already on. Hello, Emel. And today I'm going to review a chocolate that is not made in the US, that is made in France. And I know I don't think I have actually reviewed a French chocolate so far. Bonjour, Claire. So this one is special. They all are special. I feel like I'm telling you that everything is freaking special. It is. So I even have like this nice little badge I'm going to put on as a good ambassador. What I'm having today is by a company, Hasnaa Chocolat / La Février. I'm going to explain some more about this topic. Today I actually have a photo of the people we're going to talk about. And this is my favorite part of doing of bean to bar, craft chocolate, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people ask me what exactly does bean to bar mean or what is craft chocolate, and so many people have their own definition, and we might agree or disagree, but for me it comes down to this: bean to bar or craft chocolate is chocolate with a face. It's chocolate that is made with transparency, so you can know which the farmers, the middle people, who like the supply chain is transparent. And that also means that I happen to know it is possible to meet the people making the chocolate. So I'm going to show you who they are. So obviously Hasnaa, this is pretty self-explanatory. This is Hasnaa. And this is, I always get emails in the middle of these videos, and this is Vincent, her husband. And we actually met for the first time in Colombia when I went to Colombia last year with Uncommon Cacao, which is the cacao broker that a lot of craft chocolate makers use. And was really excited to travel with French people. I don't go as much to France as much as I would like. And having in company of French people who just share that backbone. I don't know how to say it. Like, there's just a way for, like, there's an ease about being with people that come from your country, I think. And it's just that we were, especially Hasnaa is very peaceful and quiet. Vincent is very unfiltered, and I felt like we were vibing quite a bit. Like, we were very naughty together. We're just like, it's just, I think French people are, like, we like sarcasm, and, sometimes we can be a little cynical. And I felt like, it was good for me to feel like I was sharing that with French people during this trip in a foreign country. It was really cool. We had a really good time, and I got to try some of their chocolate right there. And then they sent me home with some of their bars. They're very generous people. Hasnaa is obviously she's the chocolate maker and chocolatier, and Vincent is her husband, and he's in charge of all the marketing. He used to work as a art director, and it's a family business, but Hasnaa is the boss, really. And Claire is saying she's stuck to discover new French chocolate makers. Yes, you can follow them also on Instagram. And they're based in Bordeaux. Hasnaa is originally from Morocco, and her claim to fame is that she's the first woman who ever started working, like transforming cocoa beans into chocolate in France. I think this is just such a big deal, and I'm an immigrant kid myself. And I'm just going back to where I was a child. I sure would have loved to see a role models like her, and I think that is just such a big deal. I see my friend Juan is actually joining. Juan, some of you in Canada may know him. He's actually he is a cacao importer in Canada. And what I know, these are topics that are important to him, but something we're going to try to talk very, very shortly, but something that I respect Hasnaa so much is that Hasnaa's team, like her and her husband, when we went to Colombia, one of the people we met we went to an Arhuaco village, the Arhuacos being an indigenous tribe. and they produce some of the cacao beans. However, it's important to note that most of the value add step is in the transformation to cacao beans, from cacao beans to chocolate. And Vincent and Hasnaa welcomed the brother of one of the people we met in Colombia to train him to make chocolate. So that means that this is a step toward more money for their community. And, you know, like this is the next level tenet of bean to bar. Like bean to bar isn't I'm making chocolate from scratch with beans I can buy from a sustainable, ethical source. It also like, you know, chocolate comes from, chocolate as we know it is a product of colonization. Cacao became such a commodity because of colonization, and there are lots of talk right now about what decolonization looks like, and I don't even think they were like, you know, they're just awesome people. I mean, and I'm not saying that because they're French, but I loved so much that they were willing to welcome somebody who want to also make chocolate using their beans in their workshop in Bordeaux, pick them up at the airport, have them at home, and like give them the skills to build a much better life. I mean, not everybody does that. And that is something I want to insist is that, yes, these are not like, you know, of course, we all want to know what the chocolate tastes like, of course. But I tell you that this type of initiatives, the fact there are such kind people, to me, make their chocolate taste better. You know, I think it does make a difference. Anyhow, this is, you know who they are, Hasnaa, Vincent. I hope you watched the video. I love what you do, and wait until I open the chocolate. With that, so this is what they sent me. So actually, I'm going to give you a teaser. I'm going to talk about them on my blog in a month or so in August. And they sent me, so this is a gift, and I have to disclose that to you. So they sent me a nice box. So I have a pin here, La Février, and the kit de survie Cocoapods. Given the fact that I'm the author of a food survival guide, I think this is very apropos. Anyway, so it's a survival kit for chocolate lovers. So inside we had 6 bars. So I don't think I'm going to try everything, but I wanted to show you. All right, so what we have here, we have 3 dark chocolates and 3 dark chocolates and 3 dark mix. So we have one origin, the India. We have the dark and the dark milk. We have the chuncho dark milk. Okay. Oh, never mind. So we have, okay, let's go back to this. We have the Mexico dark chocolate. We have a Tanzania, the cacao camellia dark chocolate, and we have the milk version. Whoops. All right. And then we have the chuncho dark milk, and chuncho is a special bean. We'll talk more about that. Anyway, what I was actually thinking I would do is try the India ones. I don't know, this one is particularly calling my name. I'm going to start talking about some of the wrappers. I'm going to open them both. So this one, so the thing that okay, this is the dark chocolate. Okay, so the one thing that Vincent was very opinionated in Colombia. The dark chocolate are only 2 ingredients: cocoa beans and cane sugar, and it's organic. So both the cocoa beans and cane sugar is organic. That's what bio means. And then we have some tasting notes. I'm not going to look at that yet. I'm going to eat and then we'll see. And then the dark milk chocolate. So dark milk chocolate refers to any chocolate with the cocoa percentage greater than 50, to which we add some milk powder. So now, of course, somebody wants to FaceTime me, and I would love to talk to her, but now is not the time. Anyhow, so that's it. And so I love. So back at it. I cannot talk to you, Sophia. I love you so much, but I can do it. So, all right. Anyhow, so now I'm going to open this. I know it's tricky. They have a what do you call it? A sticker, and that I have to say this is my personal opinion, but like I'd rather when you have an adhesive, because there's no clean way to remove a what do you call it, sticker. I don't know why I want to call it this way. it opens like a little envelope. Like if there is a better way to do that, I'd love to know it. The feel of the paper, I cannot even start to tell you how good that paper feels. For those of you who are into like those of you who are paper lovers, oh man, oh what, oh my gosh, I have this aha moment. This is how you're supposed to open it. Oh my gosh, and I had so many of them. See, this is why it's important to continue doing these videos. Oh my gosh, and here I was like hurting the poor thing. So this is how you open it. All right, so here, oh, and so this comes out as I tear it apart. Very cute. Oh, I love that, like this. And then we have the chocolate bar that traveled very well in the middle of summer. This is why you should have a P.O. box for all of you, you know. And Emel was wondering why you were not pulling it. I just didn't get it. And so these are, I love having my French peeps watching this. And I'm going to tell you, do you see this comes out of the wrapper? I don't know why I'm doing this reviews in English, but anyway, this is for Emel and Claire. Vous vous souvenez de Merveilles du Monde? And so we had the chocolate in France called Merveilles du Monde, chocolate hazelnut, like milk chocolate and hazelnuts. And they were all celebrating a different animal. And we're little, and our parents would buy those chocolate bars. This would come out, like there would be a card and with like a very fancy animal. And Vincent said that when he was little, he only had like he wanted to get the lions, the tigers, all these badass animals. And he would get like those insects, like he mentioned, I don't know in English what it is. Maybe Claire can help us because that's what she does. She translates languages. Phasm. And he says I will have the phasm, and then you know, like it's just so lousy. So this is a nod to our childhood. Lots of details here. This is like pure nerdiness. You know, I have to say, after going to Colombia, this information started making sense to me. I could actually picture what the fermentation looked like, the importance, why we had to know all of that. So it's a 71% cocoa beans and 29% cane sugar. So the plantation is Idukki in India, and I have to say I was excited to try this one because most India bars are from Annamalai, and this is a different, I'm guessing this is a completely different area, yeah, in the southwest of India. All right, there's so much information. This is stuff that you have to hold on to. Like if you are early in your chocolate journey, hold on to it, refer to it 2 years later, it will start making sense. So I smell the aroma, very fruity. You didn't have Merveilles du Monde, Claire. You have to go back in time. So look at the beautiful mold. And again, it crossed the ocean. Let's go back to that. Super nice stamper. And I'm gonna break it. This is just gorgeous. I mean the unpacking experience, like it's gorgeous. And tartness, sour, little slightly grainy texture, not unpleasant, almost like orange lemon together. Tart, dark chocolate, tart. Done. That's another chocolate I want to try with cherries. It's I like that the acidity isn't too strong. It's not too lingering. One thing I mentioned at my last chocolate tasting on Zoom, so on Sunday, is that it's nice to take 2 bites of chocolate before making an opinion, because the second bite doesn't always taste the same as the first. It's really pleasant. I'm trying to think like of what I could pair it with. I would love to see, like, try this with a cocktail or something. And there is a bit of spicy finish. I have to say it makes me want to have more. I'm curious to know what the dark milk would taste like, but it's very food forward. So I don't know what, yeah, they said cherries, slightly floral, and pineapple, and yeah, that exotic fruit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that kind of spicy finish. I really like it. And it was interesting. I saw a WM chocolate pairing on Instagram, and I heard, like, you know, pairing chocolate with ginger, like fresh ginger, and oh my gosh, the possibilities. I would actually like to try. There's like that, I can taste almost like a gingery at the end. I would love to try it with fresh ginger, see what happens, or a ginger tea. You know, that's the beauty of chocolate, is that there's just so much to experiment around. So here it is. And before I forget, if you're watching me and you don't live in France, you can get a bunch of Hasnaa chocolat bar. Like Hasnaa, I need to tell you, La Fèverie is the bean to bar branch of Hasnaa. They make a bunch of other things. They have a chocolate mousse bar in Bordeaux, but you can buy this on Bar and Cocoa in the US as of like a few weeks ago. So if you're in the US, have at it. So that would be for ML, for instance. So now that I am a little more educated on opening, I'm going to open the dark milk. And it's so funny sometimes when you try the dark and dark milk side to side. How cool is this? How cool is this? Is that you like, sometimes they taste nothing alike, and that's like the flavor profile is totally different. I'm like, I just want to try. Yes, I love that they have two different cards. I mean, this is such a nice memento. I mean that the experience, the whole thing, it just takes you, especially as I taking my time with you. It's just, I mean, I wish you were here with me, being part of this. It's like you really feel transported, and I don't always feel it this way with all the chocolate I try, but like here you can really see they're trying to do something different. Yeah. All right. Again, I am in awe how I just traveled. I mean, look at this dark milk. And milk chocolate tends to melt more. I mean, oh my word, look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's like a mirror in here. You could probably see yourself. See that? Aha, aha. Oh my gosh. Almost smells like coconut. Coconut caramel. And isn't that funny that so many bars, I have a hard time usually picking on aromas like this. This is pure coconut. I mean, I think that's like pure coconut. Maybe caramel, but it's amazing how strong the aroma is, and I wonder if it's because of the wrapper or something, but really cool. Very milky, this one. Super milky, bright and milky. And I don't always find, I don't know, it feels like I never have a milk chocolate that has a fruity notes. Like, it feels to me like caramel, milk, nutty. That doesn't go with fruity. Or like, it's like milk chocolate tastes a certain way, like the fruit is coming through. This is, I don't know, like the aroma, it smells so much like coconut. It tastes not so much, like you really feel like that round, creamy flavor. You know, chocolate is, you do have a slight graininess with both parts, I would say, which isn't, like, it's not your super smooth. It's not like Taza gritty, but it has a texture. Some people like it, some people not so much, but the flavors are coming through. The milk chocolate, very, very satisfying. No, it doesn't melt too fast. And I like that. I mean, I hope these reviews help you find out, like, help you determine, oh, this chocolate is for me and this chocolate is more, you know, for somebody else or whatever. Like Castro Novo is pure, it's sensual, it's smooth, satiny, velvety. This has a bit more texture. It's, you know, it's owning what it is, and I like that. I do have that coconut on the back. It's so funny. And then they say cardamom and prunes. You know, I don't know. Chocolate is a, I mean, taste is such a personal issue. I mean, not an issue, but a personal matter. Phew. I mean, it's funny because I'm like, did I have that good over lunch? I did, to be honest. I'm really curious to try the chuncho, the milk chocolate chuncho. All right, they say pear and raisins and spicy finish. The one I had tried that I loved, absolutely love, is the dark milk arhuacos. I don't know if you can find it on Bar and Cocoa, but it is pure beauty. I actually, when I went to Montreal last year driving, it was I took a photo of it with my passport or something. But the chuncho, I know the way I want to open this one, and that's going to be, and I'm going to keep those for another day. Chuncho, oh, look at this beautiful Cocoapods. That chuncho, when we were in Colombia, Vincent and Hasnaa were like, could not talk more about the chuncho from Peru. Chuncho, let me tell you what it is. Chuncho is a variety of cocoa, and they say that some of the cacao trees are 200 years old. And they kept telling me about a very old woman climbing on the trees and cutting the chuncho. I think it is at, I see, yeah, I mean, some altitude, 1,200 meters. I mean, that's quite a bit. I mean, it's all relative, but some altitude. And she said, you know, like she went and like chopped the cocoa beans, like cocoa pods, and she said something along the line that, thank you so much, like the farmer, like this woman apparently thanked Hasnaa and Vincent on behalf of like other makers, like, thanks to you, like I don't have to chop down these trees and plant something else, like, because the chuncho's productivity isn't that high, the yield isn't very good, and if you don't have a market to use those, like you don't have a market for those beans, like, you know, what's the alternative? The farmer is going to chop them all up and then plant something else. But the chuncho is a native variety. And for Claire in Canada, chuncho, you probably have recognized one of the variety by Cantu. Cantu is enamored with chuncho. There's like that's one of my favorite dark chocolates ever. It's the one I refer to as a symphony at the beginning of the pandemic. And chuncho is special. And so, like, if you've never heard those terms, like, I hope you don't feel like, you know, singled out or just like, oh, I don't know what it is, but see it as a learning opportunity. Like, I was like, oh, you know, like, I think the first time it means nothing, the second time you're like, oh, I saw that before. But yet that's what chuncho is. And when you hear chocolate makers telling you those stories, I think it really crystallizes, you know, like they had showed me on their phone that farmer like chopping down the chuncho, and it really stuck with me. Like, chuncho is a special bean. Claire also said it's her favorite, one of her favorites. I'm like, I am not surprised. I'm sure I've had some water. This one is creamier. Oh wow, caramel. And whatever milk they're using, it's super caramelly and creamy and yummy. Yeah, this one is a little smoother texture than the previous one. Yeah, I don't know if like I have a strict, like, it's much more classical milk chocolate than the one from India. But like when you eat this, let me tell you, like, you are part of, I mean, they saw it with their own eyes. Like, you become part of like a very cool ecosystem, and you make it possible to preserve some of these ancient varieties of cacao. And I hope that for those of you, you know, who've followed me along on this journey, I hope that you'll be able to you know, to like like you'll continue this learning journey, whatever pace you're taking. There's no slow or fast. I mean, slow is always better. But I hope that you manage to digest all these cool names and places, and that you'd want to more, taste more, talk more. For me, I feel lucky that this is a field where I've managed to, like, it's just like I never get bored of hearing the stories about cacao in a way that, you know, would I feel the same way about beer? I don't know. But like when you have a field that just seems to be an endless source of knowledge and excitement, and wow, I learned something new on this field and I'm just like so excited about it. Like that's, you know, like I just like it's something so simple, but like, you know, the fact that today I can get excited for chuncho, and I think of myself 5 years ago where I'm like, whatever, chuncho, yeah, you're a chocolate snob, whatever. And no, like, you know, but like, don't let anybody make you feel like you don't know, that this is not a journey for you. Hell yeah, it's a journey for you. It's a journey for everyone, and it's a learning opportunity, and it's a journey, and it's all about tasting and learning and talking to people. So yeah, I mean, now I'm full. I have to say those three, that was enough. So Hasnaa, you can go on in the US, barandcoco.com, and then in France, this is the website, hasnaachocolat.fr. They might be shipping directly to you. I don't know in France, but they have, what else they have? They have a bunch of like confections, like little bonbons. They're very pretty. And for those of you in France, they have online tasting, like I do, except they actually make the chocolate. And then what else do they have? They have yeah, there's like they do like, what do you call it? Marshmallows, like chocolate covered marshmallows. And oh, they have like something like, I think it's called the Wonder Bar. It's sick. It's like pistachio, raspberries, chocolate, amazing goodness, and so good. This is the stuff I would order to my parents' home, and then they would bring it back to me, and I was very happy. So there you have it. This was Hasnaa. Thank you, Hasnaa, for sending this to me. I hope you enjoyed the review. That especially is going to make you want to learn more about these bars and the company and the people. And I'm going to say see you on Thursday for another review. I might be late on Thursday, depending. I have to go on I have an assignment, writing assignment, and I might be a bit late, but I'll keep you posted. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and I'll see you on Thursday.